Let's make a line graph with 2 axes. So you'll go to Insert, pick the scatter plot with the straight lines, select your data range, and here I set up my condition change line to be the percentage, which will be my right axis, and then I make one column the x-axis for the condition change line and the other is the y, and then I put the x-axis halfway between the sessions where it switches conditions. Now we're going to go in and change the condition change line. So you'll click on the condition change line and then move it to the secondary axis. And now I'll do the same for my right y-axis data. Now we're just going to go through and format the chart for APA. So I add a straight black border, and then I change the text to be all black. Now I'm going over to that left axis, and I'm adding in the tick marks as major type outside, and then I change the line from gray to black. Go to Add Chart Elements, and then I add that primary vertical title. And because we started formatting everything by clicking on the chart and saying text options, everything that comes up now for text will automatically be black. Now we're adding in the tick marks for the x-axis and change them to be black. We'll add the primary horizontal title. And then I'm going in and adding in the legend now as well. And then for our right y-axis, we're going to change it to be 0 to 1, and that will come up as 0 to 100%. Add in the outside major tick marks, make it solid. Add our secondary vertical. Now I'm going to change the colors of my data paths. So for that left y-axis data, I'm going to say solid line, and it auto changes to black, and the same when I hit fill and border. And then for my condition change line, for marker, I'm going to click none because I don't want to see the markers, and I'll click solid, and it changes it to black. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my right y-axis, but this time I'm going to go in and change my fill to white, and that will make it look like it's an open data point. Now I'm going to go in and click on the data path and hit Format Data Point instead of Format Data Series on the data point to the right of the condition change line. And then click No Line, and it will remove that line that crosses through the condition change. Now to add a label for my condition change line, I'm going to click on one of the data points, right click, and then click on Data Label. I'll type in my label. I'll move it to where I want it, and then I will delete that line that appears with it. Now you can go in and just hit Insert Text Box, but the reason I like to add it as a data label is as I add more data, the data label will shift when the condition change line moves, as more points are added to the series. If you use a text box, it won't, and you'll have to go in and manually shift them, which can be a pain if you are trying to quickly analyze your data. And then you can shift the individual text boxes as you need. In this case, I would probably increase the distance between the chart title and the graph. That way I would be able to have the titles centered over my data path without bumping into it.